Hey YouTube, it's War Daddy back with another edition of Patriot Paintball. Today we're transitioning to a little bit more of a hands-on subject. I'm going to discuss the differences in regular 68 caliber paintballs and the new First Strike round. Now this video is kind of geared towards half and half my militia fans and my paintball fans, because it's something that's going to be somewhat informative to both sides. Most of the paintball community already pretty well knows the main advantages of the First Strike. However, I have a little icing on the cake in the demonstration today. First off, this is what I'll be shooting today as far as paintballs go. This is your standard 68 caliber paintball. The brand is Valken Infinity. It's kind of a mid to somewhat higher end paintball. I've gotten pretty good accuracy out of them, so we'll see how they measure up to First Strikes. And moving on to the First Strike round, made by Tiberius Arms out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. The First Strike round, it's been out for a few years now. Like I said earlier videos, when it first came out, it's revolutionized paintball because it's added so much more accuracy, so much more distance, and it's just an amazing element to have on the field. One thing for my non-paintball savvy viewers, the thing about the First Strike round is, if you want to shoot First Strikes, you have to have a magazine-fed marker. Your typical paintball gun that you may see online or in videos have a hopper on top. We just call those hopper-fed, and you have to have a magazine-fed. The way these things are shaped, they have to be spring-loaded and fed into the weapon. Now, what I'll be shooting today, and I'll elaborate more on magazine-fed as I do this, is my Tiberius T15. It is a 1-to-1 replica of the AR-15, as I've showed in previous videos. Now, the icing on the cake I was talking about earlier from my paintball fans, I recently received from Rockstar Tactical an A5 barrel adapter, which what that means is any barrel that is threaded to the A5 thread can now fit on this marker. And my militia community friends, that's a little over your head, I understand. But basically, I just over the out of the box version of this, I now have a lot more barrel options because of the adapter I purchased. The barrel I decided to go with is the J&J ceramic barrel. I've had a lot of luck in the past with it, shooting 68 caliber paintballs. They're really smooth, really accurate, a good tight bore on a paintball, and I didn't really know how they would hold up with First Strikes. A lot of people online, they like using the hammerhead barrel, which is actually a rifled paintball barrel. The thing about going to those, of course, I've heard great things out of them with First Strikes. We have First Strikes, and I've actually seen great things. But the problem with rifle barrels is they're very aggressive, and they tend to be pretty rough with paint. You have to use really higher end paint, and even at that, you're still going to break a lot of paintballs, and it just makes for a god-awful mess. And then even with the rifled barrels, they're a pain to clean because they've got the lands and grooves, that hold the paint so well, and just messes with the rest of your day, But anyways, I went with the smooth bore. Want to see what kind of accuracy it would put out of a First Strike, and from what I've noticed so far, it's amazing. But that's the icing on the cake for the paintballers here. Show you the difference, how much accuracy you get between paintballs and First Strikes. And like I said, I can transition between both without worry, because this is really delicate with paintballs and shoots them super accurately. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to fire. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fire 5 rounds of First Strike at my target, or I'm sorry, 10 rounds. I'm going to put 5 center massed and 5 headshots. I'll start with paintballs, and then I'll do the same with First Strikes. And I'll real-time show you how the accuracy differs, and we'll go from there. For my paintball fans, I was talking about magazine fed, and I'm sure militia community is going to know about magazine fed and everything. But if you haven't seen it before, just starting, and once again about the same time the First Strike started developing. Or I'd take it back, actually a little bit longer. Magazine fed's been around about 10 years now, but there was a lot of problems with it when it first came out. Paintballs, they don't like being fed magazine fed, but the designs have really been perfected. They can do it a whole lot better now, and you have a lot less issues than we did in the past. So the magazine fed marker community is really starting to grow, and that's what I swear by. Magazine fed and pump paintball is all I pretty much run. But anyways, just as I mentioned, magazine fed, just like an AR, has a magazine. This magazine holds 20 paintballs, or it holds 19 First Strike rounds. So, you know, instead of having this god-awful hopper hanging up on top of my marker, which, you know, if that's your game, oh well. You have a 20-round magazine. You carry them just the same as you would AR mags, and it makes for a really, really cool little detail of playing that I have grown quite fond of. So, guys, I'll cut off from here. I'll take you out to the field, and we'll see how these two hold up against each other. All right, guys. So here we are out to the range. I got my trusty Bob body opponent bag target set up. We'll be shooting him today at about approximately 30 yards. Which should provide us pretty good results, you know, pretty good demonstration of the accuracy differences in the two. So let's put some rounds on Bob. Okay, before I shoot, I want to make one point really quickly. I'm probably going to catch a lot of shit online for the fact that I'm not wearing a mask during this demonstration. My reply to that is this is a controlled environment. I don't have anybody shooting back at me. I go to the range often with live firearms, and I never make it a point to wear body armor while I'm there. So if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. But I digress. Back to the demonstration. 10 rounds of 68 caliber paintballs. Start off aiming at center mass. 5 shots. Hit. Miss. Miss. Hit. There's a hit, but it's a headshot. Okay, now I'm going to go on to aiming for the head. Hit. Miss. Miss. Hit. Hit. And that's it. All right, let's go see what the results were. Weapon clear, going down range. All right, so first test, 10 rounds of 68 caliber paintballs. We have 4 visible breaks. The 5th shot, there was a 5th one that actually did hit him, but it bounced off his right shoulder right here. And even, you know, aiming center mass, aiming head, one of these headshots actually happened while I was aiming for the torso. Paintballs have a level of inconsistency about them, so I mean, you'll get that. So essentially we got 5 out of 10, which half, you know, that's not super great. The other 5, every one of them came pretty close, but you know, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So all right, well, let's get Bob cleaned off, and we'll move on and see how first strikes fare as opposed to the 68 calibers. All right, so let's see how we do with 10 rounds of first strike. Starting off aiming center mass. Hit. Hit. Misfeed. Hit. 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 All right, let's go to aiming for headshots. Hit. Right over the right shoulder. Miss. Hit. Either we're out or that was a misfeed. We're out. Alrighty. Well, we landed a lot of shots on that one. Let's go check Bob out. Alright, guys. Well, it appears we hit Bob 7 times with the first strikes. It's kind of hard to see the difference in a couple of the shots because they're grouped pretty close together. But we have 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So final score being 68 caliber paintballs, 5 shots, first strike round, 7 shots. And you know, I think that's a pretty fair demonstration of the accuracy differences in the two. Any of my Patriot community buddies who are possibly looking into getting paintball, maybe even mag-fed paintball, you know, I hope this gives you a little information, you know, so you know what's out there, know the accuracy differences, you know, make the decision to maybe mag-fed and first strike's right for you. My paintball buddies, you know, I hope you really enjoyed seeing T15 in action. You know, once again, seeing the demonstrated differences in the 68 caliber and the first strike round. But you know, guys, I really hope you took something from my video. I'm always open if you want to see something done different. You know, you want to see this test maybe run a different way one day. So, you know, give me some feedback. Throw something in the comments section. I'm always open to suggestions. But, you know, hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, this is War Daddy signing off. Keep your irons up.